Okay, so this is the start of part 3 of this video. Yeah, it's the end. Yes, last part. I'm so sorry that we talk so much. Oh my god.
Speaking of Agnes's death, because we've kind of been avoiding Fitz for a while, Fitz kills her. Because Fitz is really evil in the framework, like, super evil.
Okay.
Like, he's Hydra.
We find out early in that season, before this whole framework thing happens, we hear for the first time ever about Fitz's dad. Mm-hmm. We've never heard about Fitz's family before. Someone brought up his dad. I think it was Radcliffe who brought him up.
Yeah.
And Fitz got
because
this very
Radcliffe
don't talk
knew
about my father. Fitz had an extremely abusive dad, and he is the gentle, loving person he is today because he went with his mother. Mm-hmm. And what Ada fixed was sending him with his father instead.
Yeah. It was just that his father was around. That was like the
That was it, because
because
his dad
walked out.
His dad kept saying if I wanted you to be, oh my gosh, Zoe. He kept saying stuff like, if I wanted you to be weak, I would have left you with your mother. So that's what I'm gathering happened.
Yeah.
So Fitz is evil and without Simmons. So the person who introduced herself to him at the academy was instead Ada as Ophelia.
Yeah, Ophelia.
And so all of this stuff is like really hard on him, but he remains a romantic. So instead of being super true to Simmons, he's that dedicated to this psychopathic evil AI who's running Hydra.
And also his father. Who's
right.
Like, because he really doesn't want the dad to walk out, and his dad is like constantly threatening to like leave him and he'll have nothing. Pretty much.
Uh-huh. And it's this whole thing about making him feel so weak and all of that stuff, and it's just I hate his dad.
It's not enough.
Gemma kills his dad, which makes Fitz officially...
Drives Fitz crazy.
Uh-huh, it makes him officially hate her, because he doesn't remember her. As far as the records show, she's dead, and his memory's been wiped because he was sent in by Ada, not by himself.
Yeah.
And it all goes down when he sees her, and she tries to talk some sense into him, but he's too far gone, right? As far as he knows, his girlfriend is dying, and his dad is dead. But that's not the case. And he looks at her, and he doesn't see the woman he loves. He instead sees the woman who's caused him a lot of pain, and so
he tries to kill her. Yeah.
Which, of course, snaps Radcliffe out of his ideal of immortality, and Radcliffe throws him into the real world because he's like, hoo-hoo. That's not going to be fun for him to live with.
Yeah. And that isn't, like... Fitz is super depressed afterward. Like,
the first thing he says when he gets out of there after, a bunch of incoherent mumbling is, I think I'm a bad person now. That broke my heart, hearing him say that. I kind of wish that he didn't have to remember the framework. Yeah.
Well, it was like that with basically all of them.
I know.
Like, May...
Where they were now remembering 2 different lifetimes, and it was complicated, which... this one knows a thing or two about. Then Ada comes in, and she's all like, I'm a real person now, and she kidnaps him.
Yep.
She, experiencing all of these emotions, has turned her obsession with Fitz into what resembles love, but isn't really, because that's not how love works. And so, he's trying to use this to get her to do the right thing, because for the first time ever, she's feeling regret, which is ironic. You know who they still haven't touched on? That guy that fell into the anti-gravity machine thing, and then you saw that he was still... We've never talked about him. Why did they never talk? Never brought back! I want to know more!
Or maybe they just forgot about that.
So...
Like, I don't want to say that, but, like...
Right.
A lot happened in season 1.
Look, I know about forgetting about characters. In TGC, Aubrey, I completely forgot about her. Oh. That's the only reason that I was like, I haven't written about her for a year of this storyline. She was in France. It's a lot better in the edited version, which just isn't out there yet.
I haven't kept up with like any of that. Sorry.
It's good.
I'm a bad friend.
And here I subscribe to your YouTube channel and everything.
Hey, I subscribed to your YouTube channel a long time ago.
I know. It was like the worst day.
Yeah.
I was like, don't subscribe, but don't watch anything.
And then I watched like all of Merlin so I could watch your first video because that would have been weird.
We're not going to talk about that video. No.
Okay, bye.
So Gemma, after being shot by Fitz, surprise, surprise, doesn't know, one, if he still loves Ada, and two, if he is. Well, no,
if he's a good person.
She has more faith in him being a good person than she does in whether or not he's in love with Ada, which just goes to show then. And of course, I think she was thinking that because when she was trapped in another universe, she did in fact fall in love with someone else and did have room in her heart to love them both. But Fitz, being the romantic he is, couldn't love anyone but Gemma. And when he tells this to Ada, it was funny for half a second. We get one of the best
facial expressions, by the way, of the entire series.
Because they're like sitting close, and she's like, everything's okay. And
then her face turns into
there's
like
only
black
room
hole.
in my heart for one. And she's like, I know, and I understand. And he goes, her, and she's like, what? And it's like funny for half a second before she throws a temper tantrum. And so they have to get Fitz out of there. And
yeah. And then she gets out.
Because she doesn't understand that just because
she loves somebody, someone has to love her.
Welcome to unrequited love, my friend. So, yeah, that's going to be...
first episode.
I reckon that'll be pretty difficult for them to...
Honestly, I hope they really don't go over it in, like, season 5. I hope they kind of focus on the other characters, because, yeah, they had Daisy...
It's been Fitzsimmons of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a long time. Okay, you know, they're in the framework. His hair is all different, and the scruff in the front's a little different.
And he's like... It's just that thing with villains. Except for Damien Dark. But, like, I don't know. Like, the robot suit was pretty cool. Okay, Garrett wasn't too great either. But, like... Actually, no. The villains usually haven't been that hot. Because Hive wasn't that great. It was Ward.
Ward himself, I mean,
like, Ward himself was great. Right. And then, but then you got Flying Dutchman.
The people tell me he's attractive.
Oh, that moment with Agnes. So, when he killed Agnes and Gemma was watching.
Oh my gosh, the way that Gemma cried no. It actually got through to him for half a second. Did you see that?
Yeah. He was like, no, I don't want to do this. And then freaking Ada's like, do it anyway. Like, do it.
I don't know why I do know why she's like this. But, like, it goes to show, like, just because she's been treated like garbage never gives you the right to treat other people like garbage. That's not how you right wrongs. And, you know, she realizes that once she has human feelings, and then she snaps and, you know, ceases to realize it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Because she's crazy.
Hey,
Ophelia.
Fitz, they just keep hurting him, and I don't know why. And then at the end, with Mac
Coulson,
and his daughter...
Bad stuff happens to Coulson, but Coulson, like, he recovers from it.
Oh my gosh, remember that time?
That was, like, the exception.
Remember when Gemma got sucked into the parallel universe and Fitz was like, I have to keep looking for her. She's the love of my life, and I've lost her. And Phil's like, I understand. I lost my hand. I don't think that's the same thing,
Yeah, that's
Coulson.
completely different, because you had a super robotic replacement, which is absolutely amazing. And Mac got his shotgun axe.
Remember that time when the evil Russian dude who was, you know, robotic was like, you can't hide behind a shield now, and then the shield pops out of his arm, and he was like... That was a great moment. What do you think's gonna happen between him and May? Like, do you think that they're finally... Or do you think that Marvel's just playing with us at this point?
At the very end of the season... Well, no, not like the very end, because they were all in space. But when they were all at the bar...
Right.
It seemed like they were sitting next to each other.
They always sit next to each other, though. They're mom and dad.
But, like, I don't know. Didn't they look at each other, like, right before the lights went out?
Maybe.
Marvel
is about symbolism. We talk about Fitzsimmons being hurt, but at least it's clear that they love each other.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to, like, fight people about Felinda. They're like, no, I don't think that's real. And I'm like...
Oh, that's totally real.
But here's the thing. It is. And then her husband comes in, and that was all complicated, because then he was an Inhuman, and then he was all like, and, you know.
Well, but
had to protect Daisy, and so he died. Trip, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't remember Trip, because he did die.
I honestly don't remember anything other than him running in to try and save Daisy.
I remember he was a part of, was it season 2 or 3?
2.
2?
Because it was when Daisy transformed that
Right.
he died.
So, Mac got, like, taken over by that one thing. Right?
Oh, yeah, what are
yeah,
they, the watchdogs?
That was when it started with, the everything bad happening to Mac.
Yeah.
So, he got taken over by this one, like, Kree thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all down below and running around, and then Daisy all of a sudden goes through Terra, that's back when she was still Sky, and Trip dies during this point. And,
like,
he was, like,
not
he wasn't
very...
in it very long, and it wasn't a very, like, heroic or dramatic death or anything. It was just sad, you know? As
he was a pretty good...
to be.
Like, he was a pretty good guy. Wasn't, like, super characterized.
So, you know, they brought him back in the framework, and he was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and he was lovely, and...
Yeah.
But anyways, obviously, as soon as Gemma and Sky... What is
Daisy.
your name?
Quake. It's Quake.
As soon as Daisy and Gemma see him, they're like, oh my gosh, Trip! And he's like,
who?
Do I know you? And, you know, so they do eventually explain to him that, you know, he's not real and all that stuff, and he's like, so in this other world, you know, me and you, and Daisy was like, no, and he's like, me and Gemma, though, and she's like, and he's like, me and May, and she's like, no, and he's like, you sure this is the world you want to go back to? But before my camera cuts out on me, I do want to say that on Friday, Friday, December 1st, that is when 12 Videos of Christmas are starting, so stay tuned for that. You're not going to see me you are going to see me next Monday, but you're going to see me first on Friday. So be here, be ready. It's going to be fun, it's going to be festive, and it's going to be decorating, which is like the only one that ever gets views for some reason, so I'm just going to do it again. Alright!
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Leave a comment below if you want to see more collabs, either with this nerd or just in general, and if you think Belinda's real, because, you know, Belinda's kind of an important chip to me. Yeah,
and if you can follow both of us in the description below.
I always mess up on that one too. Be a bro, share this video with another bro, and if you have not done so yet, subscribe, because the 12 Videos of Christmas is starting on Friday.